Hello guys. Okay, so before I forget, in the previous video I showed you your homework for Unit 3, Lesson 1. While I was looking through your packet, I realized that I don't think you have the homework for Unit 3, Lesson 1. Okay, so on Tuesday when you come, I will check and see if you have the homework. If you do not, that's okay. I will give it to you next week. I think I just did not staple it. No lo incluí. I forgot. So don't worry about it. We'll just put it on to next week's, and then I will have you do it then. No wonder the packet seemed really small. Porque este me hizo muy pequeño. Because I forgot the homework for Lesson 1. Okay. So today we're going to do Lesson 2. Okay. And it's talking about, it's called Time to Move. So what we are going to talk about is how to make decisions. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Maybe. All right, so this is what Lesson 2 looks like. And it's called Make Decisions. Okay. Let's look at A. It says, read about the Nguyen family. Okay, the Nguyen family lives in Cedarville, Texas. Vu Nguyen came from Vietnam 20 years ago and met his wife, Mary Ann, in Texas. The Nguyens have 4 children, 2 sons and 2 daughters. They are currently living in a 2-bedroom apartment, which is too small for all 6 of them. They would like to stay in Cedarville, but they need a bigger place. Vu recently got a raise at work, so the Nguyen family wants to move. Okay, so let's look at B. It says, listen to the Nguyen family and talk about their housing preferences. Check the boxes next to the things they would like to have in their new apartment. All right. So let's take a listen.
I think it's time to move. This apartment is too small.
I'm making more money now. I think we can afford a bigger place.
All right. Now I can have my own room.
Not so fast. We're not that rich, but it's hard with all 4 of you sharing one room. We need 1 bedroom for the girls and 1 for the boys.
Yes, a 3-bedroom would be perfect.
I want 2 bathrooms. Nya and Truck take hours to do their hair.
We don't have air conditioning. I want air conditioning in the new place.
Air conditioning would be really nice. It gets so hot in the summer.
Can we get a pool too?
Well, we don't really need a pool. Well, let's try to find a place that has one.
Don't forget we need a yard for the dog. We don't have one now.
Of course, we want a nice space for Fluffy.
Let's get on the computer and start looking for a place today.
All right, so if you look at B, okay, there are 5 things, okay, 5 preferencias that the Nguyen family wants for their new, or for housing preferences, okay? So they want, and I know it says to share with a partner, but of course we can't share. So they want 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, air conditioning, a pool if it's possible, and they want a yard for Fluffy. Okay, so let's look at D. It says study the chart with your classmates and teacher. Okay, answer yes or no questions. Yes or no questions and answers with do. Okay, so here is, okay, remember we've always talked about with your verbs, if the verb has, it talks about I, you, we, or they, the verb is have. Excuse me. Okay, let's just do it this way. Okay, so when you're asking do, a do question, okay, if the subject is I, you, we, or they, your base verb is have. Okay, do we have a yard? Okay, let me see. I'm trying to find a way to explain it to you. Okay, so remember when we talk about verbs, I told you that when it's I, you, we, or they, the verb does not have an S at the end. Okay, so for example, an example would be, let's see, the word have. I have, he or she has. Right? Okay, so when you're talking about, okay, and that's if you're saying a statement, right? For example, I have a pool. You have a pool. They have a pool. He has a pool. Okay, that is a statement. Now, when you ask a question with do, this is where it changes a little bit. Okay, because what happens is that your verb does not change. I'm trying to fix this here. Okay, your verb actually stays the same for all of these. Okay, what changes is if you use do or does. So if it's I, you, we, or they, it'll be do. If it's he, she, or it, is does. Does he, excuse me, do I have a yard? Do they have a yard? Now, if you're using he, she, or it, instead of changing the verb have, you actually change the word, the do, is does. Does she have? Okay. So just remember that when the question has a do, okay, instead of changing the verb have or changing the verb to s or no s, you will actually change the do or does. Okay, so as you can see, instead of the verb having an s, because it all stays the same, right? It all stays the same. It's now the word does that has the s. Okay, so it says practice asking and answering yes or no questions with a friend. We can't really practice, so what I want you to do is I want you to write yes or no questions you could ask the new Gayans. Okay, so I want you to make sure to use do and I want you to make sure to use does. Okay. For example, number 1, it says, do you want a bathtub? Number 2, you can put, does he want one bathroom? Okay, because if you remember from the recording, he wants more than one bathroom. He wants 2 because the girls take too long to get ready. Okay. I want you to do numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6 by yourself. Okay. All right. Now let's look at the last page. Okay. Imagine you are going to buy or rent a new home. Write the number of bedrooms and bathrooms you prefer. Then check your preferences. Add other preferences that are not on the list. Okay, and everybody's is going to be different, okay? Because everybody has different preferences. Todos tenemos preferencias diferentes, right? So, for example, you can put the number of bedrooms and number of bathrooms, and then check which ones you prefer. You can add 3 more, okay? And then you're actually not going to do this part because we don't have anybody to practice it with. Okay. Now, for this one, I did not forget to include your homework. Okay, so you do have homework. It is page 47, 48, and 49. Okay, this one was a really short lesson, primarily because you're going to do some writing on your own. Okay, if you have any questions regarding the lesson or the homework, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you on Tuesday. Thanks.